Dialogues. I'm Mr. Zaman, and here's what I bring to you all from the world of medicine. Human non-hodgkin lymphoma cured by novel nuclear medicine therapy in preclinical model. A new nuclear medicine therapy can cure human non-hodgkin lymphoma in an animal model, according to research published in the Journal of Nuclear Medicine. A single dose of the radioimmunotherapy 177Lu ofatumumab was found to quickly eliminate tumor cells and extend the life of mice injected with cancerous cells for more than 221 days, that is the trial endpoint, compared to fewer than 60 days for other treatments and just 19 days in untreated control mice. In the study, researchers labeled ofatumumab, a recently developed anti-CD20 fully human antibody, with 177Lu, a widely used therapeutic radioisotope that can kill cancer cells. They then determined the in vitro characteristics of 177Lu ofatumumab, estimated human dosimetry, and evaluated its therapeutic effectiveness for non-Hodgkin lymphoma in a mouse model. Daily statin lowers cardiovascular disease risk in HIV-positive people, shows study. An NIH clinical trial was stopped early because the daily statin medication was found to reduce the increased risk of cardiovascular disease among people living with HIV in the first large-scale clinical study to test a primary cardiovascular prevention strategy in this population. A planned interim analysis of data from the randomized trial to prevent vascular events in HIV, or REPRIVE study, found that participants who took pitavastatin, calcium, a daily statin, lowered their risk of major adverse cardiovascular events by 35% compared with those receiving a placebo. The interim analysis was sufficiently compelling that the study's Independent Data Safety and Monitoring Board, that is DSMB, recommended it be stopped early given adequate evidence of efficacy. The NIH accepted the DSMB recommendations. Robust and variable immunity during COVID-19 in pregnant women observed in study. New research from the Peter Doherty Institute for Infection and Immunity has found that pregnant women display a strong immune response to SARS-CoV-2 infection comparable to that of non-pregnant women. Published in JCI Inside, the study looked at the immune responses to SARS-CoV-2 in unvaccinated pregnant and non-pregnant women and found similar levels of antibodies and T and B cell responses responsible for long-term protection. Age-related cognitive impairment may be a result of mitochondria power supply failure, shows study. Brains are like puzzles requiring many nested and codependent pieces to function well. The brain is divided into areas each containing many millions of neurons connected across thousands of synapses. Now, these synapses, which enable communication between neurons, depend on even smaller structures, which are message-sending boutons, message-receiving dendrites, and power-generating mitochondria. To create a cohesive brain, all these pieces must be accounted for. However, in the aging brain, these pieces can get lost or altered and no longer fit in the greater brain puzzle. A fundamental neuroscientific principle, the ultrastructural size principle, explains that whenever one part of the synaptic complex changes in size, so too must all the other parts. The synapse, the mitochondria, the boutons, all these parts must scale in accordance with one another. Before the SARC team study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience on April 12th, nobody had asked whether this principle could be violated with age or disease. That's all for today. Stay tuned to Medical Dialogues for latest updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.